Okay, recording to the cloud, everybody. Welcome. We're just looking at Mandy's incredible jumper there, which definitely takes the biscuit and beats everybody. It's amazing. Welcome. Oh yeah, we've got another one there. I couldn't see that. Christmas. Oh, Gail's got Christmas decorations. So welcome everybody. John Levine, Success Mastermind for Christmas Eve, a very special day. We're all hopefully getting away to celebrate as soon as possible, but we thought we'd hold the session. I tried to contact some of the older members as well to see if they were around. So hopefully some people will dial in and share the day with us. Day definitely for some Christmas jokes. Housekeeping wise, I think this is definitely the last session of the day before Christmas. And then I think it resumes normal service general session on Monday, but check your diaries and check John's post for that. So that is the housekeeping. But of course I wanted to talk about Christmas. I thought we'd have a few jokes to start with. Anyone dive in, by the way, if you've got some Christmas jokes, let's hear them. I'll fire off with a couple, if I may, unless somebody wants to dive in. Anyone want to dive in first?
No, you go first.
Right, so some of these courtesy of Microsoft's news feed, and I believe the Men's Health magazine they took them from. By the way, Santa only reads Elf magazines. I had to get that one in. So what do you call a kid who doesn't believe in Santa?
Oh, I just read that.
Oh, you know what it is? Gail knows it.
Yeah, but I've got, because I went online to look at something.
Oh, okay. Well, shall I tell you? Shall I tell you, Gail?
I have to find it.
A kid that doesn't believe in Santa, a rebel without a clause.
That's right.
Yeah.
What nationality, anybody, is Santa Claus?
North Polish.
North Polish. Gail's got it.
Very good.
I read it too.
Hey,
You
Gail.
and I have got the same list.
Gail's getting all the answers. One for John, but he's on the road, I think, moving as we speak. And Carl has dialed in, so I've got to hit Carl with a joke because Carl has to have a joke. What brand of motorcycle does Santa ride? Now you can all get this one.
Yeah.
Who can get this? Carl's definitely going to get it. Santa rides a Holly Davidson.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
What happened to the man that stole an advent calendar? He got 25 days.
Oh,
Dear.
Don't worry, they get better. They get better. So anyone got any Christmas jokes before we have a bit of a natter amongst ourselves? But any Christmas jokes, please pile in. Hats, Christmas jokes.
Yeah. What do you call Santa when he has no money?
No idea.
Saint Nicholas.
Oh.
That's quite sad, isn't it?
Now that's quite an English joke for our listeners across the pond.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Talk of knicker, which is a slang for money. I've got so much knicker, and so that's a sort of very good. That's a very good Christmas pun. Carl's looking bemused. Yeah, definitely. What are these Brits up to? They've gone crazy again. But so lovely to see you. So lovely to see you. Lovely to see everybody else too. Anyway, I really wanted to celebrate this festive season, what it means to people around the world, but what it means to us. I wanted to celebrate the group, which I tried to do by posting last night. I had to repost this morning because I lost part of it. But we haven't seen everybody regularly. I know people have gone out there, they're busy on their business, busy with their lives. So it's so great to know everyone's there, hoping everyone's getting on well. I wanted to send messages to everybody, but really I want to celebrate everybody. You've all lit up the year for me. You've given me incredible faith in our ability to change the world and generate success. It's just been so great to listen to everybody and have everyone on the calls. And I really do believe in everyone in the group, which I keep saying. I just think there's so much potential and power in the people that call in. There's so much capability, and we've already started to see that. So it's only a matter of time now before people start realizing their dreams. And with support from John, Shannon, and experts like that, and other members of the group, you really can't go wrong. I think if we just keep working gradually, as people like Emma have been doing every day, and Mandy, then you can't go wrong. We've just got to believe in ourselves long enough, and things will they'll start breaking through the surface. Those green shoots will come through the surface, because every one of you is great, and you've got to believe that you're great. And also every one of you is nearer than you think to the pinnacle of that mountain that we're all trying to scale. You know, sometimes climbing, if you've ever done it, feels extremely hard and discouraging. You get short of oxygen. You can only see more rock. You can't see anything but the rock right in front of you. You don't see any sky. And then suddenly, if we just keep climbing and break through that barrier, we do reach the peak, and then suddenly you can see 360 degrees, a whole panorama, a marvel, all becomes clear, and it all becomes worthwhile. And that's how I see the journey that we're on. We're still hacking away at the rock face, trying to get up it. It is not that easy, but it's well worth it. It's so worth it when we reach that panorama at the top. And as it's Christmas, I wanted to talk about A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Now, if anyone's read it, you'll know how great a book that is. If anyone hasn't read it, please read it. It's about 100 pages. It's very short. It's the most marvelous book that from the moment it went into print caused a sensation as in the middle of the 19th century, became instantly made into plays and spin-offs. And it's been in print constantly since the middle of the 19th century. It's that powerful a book. And it's really about a journey that a man goes on to discover himself, which you might think is highly relevant to what we're doing and what we've been doing with John and everybody else. The message overall was that no person is an island, and you really do reap what you sow. And in the Christmas Carol, Charles Dickens tries to illustrate that and show a journey of redemption and change. Scrooge, who is the main character, goes on over Christmas. It happens to him on Christmas Eve, so hence mentioning it today. He is, you've all heard of Scrooge. Some of you may not know the detail behind him, but he's a hard, unforgiving man, a joyless and hateful man, you might say. He's dedicated to himself. He's 100% dedicated to money, and he's ignored and disdained and shown other people out of the door. He's never helped anyone, keeps his money, doesn't want to hear anyone's problems or do anything for anybody. And suddenly he is then confronted with the fate he's going to suffer if he carries on with this way of life and with this attitude he has to other people. He's suddenly brought face to face with that. And as a result, he has an epiphany. He's really transformed and reborn, and he starts reaching out to help other people. And that's the gist of it. I'll go back into a bit of the detail in a minute. Scrooge undertakes that personal journey by means of three ghosts who appear after the first ghost, which is his former business partner, Marley. Marley's ghost appears to warn him, and then three ghosts appear. And they are the ghost of Christmas past, which takes him back to show himself as a child, neglected, and then as a young apprentice to a kind employer. And then he meets the ghost of Christmas present. Where is he right now? And how is he behaving right now? What has he done to other people right now? And how have those people responded to him? What do they say about him that he hasn't heard? So would we all be happy to hear what other people said about us, I wonder? That's always a good test. And thirdly, he meets the ghost of Christmas yet to come. And this is where the chance comes back in and the optimism and the joy, because he is basically shown what's going to happen to him if he carries on down this road. But he has a chance to change that if he decides to change now. And that is where the ghost of Christmas yet to come gives him that opportunity to say, it doesn't have to be this way. And great news, Scrooge chooses redemption, and he is shocked by the revelations he's being shown. He does change himself, and he starts reaching out to people, and he ends up actually jumping for joy almost to meet people, talk to people, help people, sends out Christmas turkey to a badly off family, etc., etc. But this whole transformation is triggered by the former business partner, Marley's ghost, turning up and saying, look what's happened to me, because he's ended up carrying the chain of his life wrapped around him. And he tells Scrooge, this is what happens to you if you don't do what you could have done during life for other people and for the world. You will end up roaming the world forever, looking down to see what you could have done but can no longer do. And there are beautiful passages where this is all described in the most beautiful language, but that is the gist of it. Saying you can, right now, with the life you have right now, do things for good, for the better. But if you don't do that, you're going to be condemned to regret that and to see what you might have done, and now it is too late to do. And even though this is a story with three ghosts, it does apply to our everyday life, because we don't want to look back in regret. The ghost, the business partner, Marley's ghost, carries on to say, I wear the chain I forged in life, replied the ghost. I made it link by link and yard by yard. I girded it on my own free will, and of my own free will I wore it. Is its pattern strange to you? So he confronts Scrooge, who's living exactly the same way, and says, hey, is this familiar to you? Because it's going to happen to you too. And it's too late. He was a man stuck at his desk, just on his business, and ignoring and not wanting to hear anything of anyone else. So he's then taken in detail about what he's done with his life and what's happened to him. That the second part of the story is about the ghosts of Christmas past, showing him what he was like as a child and then as an apprentice. And he realizes that somebody could have seen his need as a child and helped him. And he now doesn't see children or help them. That's a realization. He realizes for the first time that his employer was great when he was an apprentice and was fair and kind and tried to make it worthwhile for him. And he now realizes the value of being a good employer. This reminds me of Vivier, by the way, who is great with her team and tells us what lengths she goes to look after people. And then he sees himself when he's older, and the fact that as he's getting older, his face has changed. There's an eager, money-grabbing glint in his eye, and he realizes now what the money has done to him. And he's realized for the first time what whole money has taken over him. So in the end, we're really shown that it's all about consciousness of our impact on the world and other people, and treating people as we would like to be treated. Just that kind word or gesture when we can. The understanding that we can show when something annoying has happened or a mistake has been made, and not judging our others from our perspective, trying to understand their perspective and why they've done what they've done or they've made the mistake they've made, not being judgmental, because we all make mistakes. And he's then given this chance of redemption and changing his reactions, changing his way with the world and with people. And he has a chance to live the remaining years as a reformed person. And he says, I will live in the past, the present, and the future. And the spirits of all three ghosts shall strive within me. So he's going to learn all his lessons and carry them with him. And they're here, he says, the shadows of the things that would have been, that may be dispelled. They will be. I know they will. I'm going to do something about this. And crumbs, it does apply to us as well. It's not only for others that we can redeem ourselves. You know, we've got the power to transform ourselves for our own good as well. In doing that, we do help other people, which is a double win. But to believe in ourselves, we have the chance to believe in ourselves, to see and recognize the true us, and to let that person, the true us, breathe and gain life. We can give ourselves life, the true us life. Remember, the pain of doing all of this is often temporary. Regret, however, as Scrooge says, is permanent, or as Marley's ghost tells us, it's permanent. It's too late. Regret is permanent. We have the power to give ourselves a second chance. We have the power not to judge ourselves too harshly as well. We have the power to learn, to adapt, to change, to allow transformation to take root and to grow with that. So nothing is impossible if we do these things. Everything is possible, in other words, everything. So in terms of others, we've spoken about others. It's not only the money that we can give, it's not only financial aid, as Scrooge was doing, it's time and love, it's seeing, it's acknowledging people, it's understanding people, it's the helping hand, it's the caring eye that we can develop. And let's remember also, and we've learned this how many times, people who are struggling and in difficulty will not always tell us that. We have to care enough to notice, to want to do something. We won't always be confronted and grabbed by something saying, I need help. We have to find that out and realize and recognize it. But with some of the time that will surely run through our hands in 2022, from Time's Tap, we can reach out to others and we can sprinkle a bit of joy and magic on their day too, not just on our own. But if we do sprinkle joy on someone else's day, I guarantee you it will sprinkle joy on ours. And I wanted to keep this short today, but to end as I really began, and about believing in you all. I hope you all believe in each other and yourselves. If you don't, then question why. You really should give yourselves a chance. Everyone here has such potential. Everyone has power in their hands, capability, and love to give, and are surrounded by love, particularly in this group. Believe in yourselves because you're all great. And every one of you, as I said, is nearer to the pinnacle of that mountain than you think. It's a hard climb, but there's a wonderful panorama up there when we get there. So I really just celebrate everybody, and you really have lit up the year for me and made it very, very joyful, every minute of it, and made it all worthwhile. Fantastic contributions we've had, sentiments, help, and love being shown by people in this group. So let's really celebrate the group. Let's really do that. And I'd love to hear from all of you if you have any thoughts on any of that. But it's so great to be here on Christmas Eve celebrating you all. Thank you very much. And who would like to come and crack a joke, Christmas joke, comment on that, or give us thoughts for 2022 or Christmas? Anyone going to come out and do that? Everyone's quiet today. Everyone's quiet today. We've either been Christmas drinking or, oh no, hands are going up. There we go. So, Gail, I think you had your hand up first.
Okay, I just want to say thank you very much. And everything you said is wonderful. You always have a lot of positive things to say. And this group really has become like a family. So it's just, I think we're all very, very blessed. And thank you all for everything that we've done together over these last, what is it, almost 2 years now, I think. And I would hope to be able to see some of the original group soon. I know everyone's busy and everything, but it really would be lovely. So I wish you all a very safe, happy and blessed Christmas and New Year. That's my little bit.
That's wonderful, Gail. And it's so great to see some of the familiar old names today that you logged in. I really appreciate that. I've been wondering what's happened to everybody. I often think of everybody, as you say, and it would be lovely to see people dialing in. But great to see Edward there, Toba there. We just saw Carl as well, Carl's face on the video a few minutes ago. So great to see them. And I absolutely agree with you, Gail. It's just, we're very privileged and we're very lucky to have this family.
We are.
So you have a lovely Christmas, Gail, and keep well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Emma has a hand up.
Yeah, I was kind of going to reiterate what Gail said, to be fair, which is, you know, one, thank you to you, because I always think you're amazing when you show up and all the topics you go through, as well as the other coaches. I think you do a fantastic job. And I've learned so much this year, whether it's from, you know, sessions here, or whether it's been, you know, the books for Britain with Mandy, or whether it's like the PET with Ego. You know, there's been so many different things on the group, which I just think have been fantastic to learn from. So thank you, everybody. And like you say, everybody's been so open and honest and, you know, willing to share, and whether it's experiences or things that have happened in the past, that kind of thing, you know, and that takes a lot. I mean, I'm always quite overwhelmed by how honest and open everybody is, which I think is great. And it shows, I think, how long we've all been together and talked to one another, which I think is so important. And at this time of year, you know, how grateful we all are for our family and friends and health. And, you know, and I hope, Gail, you do stay very mild with your symptoms, because it's not great to get COVID. And yeah, and unfortunately I haven't been on for a while because my children have had it, then my husband's now had it, but he's now out for Christmas Day. So fingers crossed we stay COVID free. And I'm still negative. I still don't understand how I've managed to get away with it, but touch wood, I do. But yeah, I hope everybody has a lovely Christmas with their families. And you know, and thank you everybody for being on here and being so open and such amazing friends as well. So thanks a lot.
No, that's lovely, Emma. That's lovely. And you have become one of the teachers trying to help people pass knowledge on, and you've shown how much incredible knowledge you've got. So really appreciate that. I know those e-commerce sessions are amazing and they've helped so many people. So long may that last, and well done, Emma. And I know you've started a great little business off the back of all this, which hopefully has spurred you on to do great things, because I know you can. You've got an incredible business brain. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next year. So thanks very much. And great to see, you know, we've got some really powerful people here on the screen, and we've got Ace, our friend, we've got Edward, we've got Toba, people we haven't seen every day, but I know they always try and listen in. I know Edward's always listening in. Edward, it's so lovely to see your face on the screen, and I know you're probably working at the same time sometimes, but great that you dial in. Really appreciate it. Look at Toba, there he is. He's showing himself. We haven't seen him for ages. A real star. Hoping you're okay, Toba. And we miss your contributions. We miss you. You're on mute there, so we can't hear you if you're cheering or shouting, but it's great to see you. It's great to see you. And Mandy's got a hand up as well. Mandy's got a hand up.
Yeah, hi, Adrian. I'll start off with a quick joke. Courtesy of Alexa, she says, how does Santa Claus get to work?
Oh, no idea.
By icicle.
Oh, very good.
Yeah,
Very
Alexa's
good. They're
not
going
that
to get
great.
better. The jokes are going to get better, everybody.
Go and ask Alexa. Yeah, go and ask Alexa. Did you give me another joke the other day and I can't remember it either?
Oh
Um,
boy, this is great.
Yeah, I'm going to say some of the things that everybody else said, but just before that, as far as the book is concerned, I mean, I've seen the Christmas Carol so many times in so many different forms. I've even seen the Muppet Christmas Carol, even that one was good. I mean, the way they do it is just amazing. But it goes back to what John was saying before about if you outflow, you inflow, and also you watch when he changes, everybody else changes too, and it just shows that what you put out there is what you can get back in the best way. You know, like if you give love, you receive love, and everything else. And I think that really does show that quite strongly, because at the beginning he's not giving anything, is he? He just doesn't want to know people. He doesn't want to do anything. He's just, and then when he realizes, and Tiny Tim and everything else, he's just so pleased that Tiny Tim is still alive. And then he really starts to enjoy life again, doesn't he? And the other thing I was thinking about that is that something we learned in Think and Grow Rich was that it's like little effective decisions that you make every day. And also something else I heard recently along those lines is that life is moment by moment decisions, which I love, because the moment by moment decisions allows you to just work out how you live in the life the best way that you can, and are you helping the people that need the help, and that there's always people out there that can do with that help, especially at this time of the year. So I think it was a great talk. Yeah, it was brilliant. Thank you. And like Emma said, you always give such insightful talks. I love it. I can't hear you always on the evening one, the life and business tours, because it's just too late now. It's like 11 o'clock. So we're always looking at getting something in the UK, aren't we? But I have learned so much. I can't believe it's been 2 years, but I've learned so much this last year. And it's all started from being on here. And it was just such a brilliant thing to have this. And it came at the right time and in COVID. I don't think a lot of people would have got through COVID if we hadn't had the JLSM Mastermind. I mean, it's just been brilliant. And all the friends we've made from it and all the connections. And I hope that whatever happens in the future, we'll keep those connections. And having the messenger that Stuart set up, I just think is brilliant as well, to help us all keep in touch. And we're all different people, and we're all in different parts of the world, but we all accept each other as we are, and it's brilliant that so many people can like all get together from different places and all be this family. So yeah, it's been amazing. So I also want to wish everybody a really Merry Christmas, or happy holidays, I think you say over there. A great new year. I wish everybody health and prosperity for 2022. And Gail, please do get better soon. And yes, thank you very much, Adrian. Thank you.
Fantastic, Mandy. Thank you so much. And you remind, I almost forget that we started in the depths of the initial COVID crisis, and that this miraculous group has come out of that. And perhaps the only positive thing that has come out of it, really. But as you say, everyone's spread around the world, different journeys they're on, but it's all getting forward. It's all getting forward day by day. We're all helping each other. Ace posted last night, and what a great guy Ace is. He's always wearing his heart on his sleeve and telling us how he feels. And, Ace, it's your journey, and it's all of our individual journeys at our own time. And we're all there to help each other over that gate that crops up, or that little obstacle that pops up in the road, because we're way down different roads. So all we can do is share knowledge and share ideas. And that way we'll all get to the end of the journeys we've chosen. So that's how I see it. We shouldn't be comparing to anyone else's journey. It's our journey, and we can help each other a lot. There's so much knowledge now in this group that it's phenomenal what can be achieved. I think anybody that wants to start a business or an enterprise or just an endeavor, they could find everything they need in this group now. So Ace, reach out and have a lovely Christmas. It's so great to see you on these calls. You're always there. Really appreciate the support and your friendship, as I know everybody else does. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. So great to see you. And you're reminding us about the Christmas Carol story, Mandy. It is literally described as a chain wrapped around this ghost of Marley. He has his life wrapped around him as a chain, weighing him down, because he's forged this chain through the things he's done wrong, because he didn't make any changes. And that's a wonderful symbol to remember. We can shake that chain off and break it if we make a conscious effort to free ourselves. And that is perfectly possible. And a lot of people in this group have already done it. So let's help each other to shake off those shackles and chains. Great, Mandy. Thank you. Toba has his hand up. Incredible, Toba. We haven't heard from you. This is so lovely to see you.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, I missed that laugh. I missed that laugh.
Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas. So good to be back. You know, it's been a long time for me, to be honest, and I'm so glad that I'm able to be here today. Thank you, Adrian, for that message on Facebook. You all constantly inspire us. I love that. You actually encourage me to, you know, to find time to be here today, and I really appreciate that. I'm happy to see all the beautiful faces all over again. It's been a while for me, and it's been an incredible year. It has been a challenging year, but this group is still close to my heart because I've learned so much from this group, and I'm glad that I have the opportunity again to see you again today, and you know, and associate with you and learn from you all over again. Just to say hello to everyone, and I wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
That's wonderful, Toba, and a Merry Christmas and have a great New Year. It's so lovely to see you dialing in. And you've reminded me really this library now in the group is stuffed full of topics, videos and training on just about everything you can imagine to do with business endeavors, e-commerce, you name it. It is so phenomenal what is in there. So we now have something for everybody. So take a look at the library, that all the topics are listed. There are regular updates on those sessions going on live every week. So it's all there. It's all there. And you know what? There's just everything you can think of to start a business and run it successfully. I don't think there's anything that's not covered yet, including other topics like cryptocurrency, you name it. There's so much in there. Great to see you, Toba, and success for 2022 for you, and hope to see you again soon.
Yeah.
Hope to see you. Great, Toba.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. See your smiling energy there. That's great. And one of our real powerhouses is here with her hand up, Virginia, who really is an inspiration to a lot of us, I think.
Anybody want 2 grandchildren? They're up for adoption. Oh, no. This is my granddaughter covering her beautiful face. This is Anya. And this is Ethan covering his mouth because he's got like chapped lips. And he's like, they're going to see my chapped lips, but it doesn't even show. And we are
great to see you. Hi, happy Christmas.
Merry
Christmas.
We do
Merry Christmas.
Whenever we run into a word that we don't know, we got this little Webster's dictionary, and like John says, go look it up to get the. So I just learned that when the jingle bells and the sleigh goes into the bank and then we get upsot, I learned that is like an old British for upset. I thought it meant they fell over. So it really needs to look up these words. And one of the words that you said today, Adrian, is, what's the word?
Potential.
Potential. So we went and looked up the word potential, and we found what it means. It means something that can develop or become actual. No, and the word required to move a unit positive charge from infinity to a point in what? A point in what?
Kind of like Scotch.
In life. Question. Okay. So, and then we put a date by it. And at first, when we started doing this habit, I would say half a year ago or so, was met with a lot of resistance. However, now goes and gets the book and we look it up. And the goal is that when he's currently 9.5, that when he's an adult, he'll be able to reference all these things and look and see all the times he looked them up and what they meant. So we have a lot of potential over here at this end. And we want to wish everyone Merry Christmas. And Anya is leaving, and they're both leaving to go back upstairs because, as many of you know, I'm the grandma in the basement, so I can just send them back upstairs.
Thanks, Emma.
And we had a sleepover, and he now sees where everyone's from and where they live and how we can communicate around the world. Adrian, this was a wonderful topic. So appropriate. And I think we're going to find one of the old, I would say probably versions of Scrooge that came out in the 70s or 80s and watch that one today, because it's such a beautiful rendition, in my opinion, on there. So thank you, everyone. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
I hope everybody gets presents what they wanted for Christmas.
Yes.
And we hope you get what you want for Christmas too.
Yes, that's wonderful. Yes, thank you so much. And you've got an amazing grandmother. So treasure and value her, because she can show you the way to go and make that potential into something. Your grandmother can show you that. So listen to what she has to tell you. That's such a good thing. Well, we're all hoping we get some presents. On that, yeah, right. On the Christmas Carol, by the way, if anyone's familiar with something called Project Gutenberg, it was started by Google, and they have loaded the text of many of the books written, well, over thousands of years into this Project Gutenberg, and they're available to download free. So the entire text of the original Christmas Carol from, I think it was roughly 1849, I could be wrong about that, is on there. So there are many things you can find the whole text of on the internet. Project Gutenberg. If you go into the main Gutenberg site, there's just about every book you can imagine on there that Google has loaded. And with the new software, there is even a feature in the browsers now where you can get the website to read them out to you. So how about that? And that's all free as well. So Project Gutenberg, Christmas Carol. I think if any children haven't yet read it, it's an amazing, amazing story. It's inspirational and well worth looking at. So did we have any other jokes and comments at this point? I might throw in a few more jokes because I can see that Carl's got a bit complacent there and thought he got away with it. But so what do you call a snowman with a six-pack? An abdominal snowman. Carl's got his hand up. He had his hand up. No, he's not going to tell us a joke. He might tell us a joke if we work hard on him.
Yeah, right. No, you're the joke teller here, Adrian. It's really nice to see everybody. And just want to say, you know, what an inspiration this group has been for me. Haven't been around for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, but it's been such an exciting year. And the opportunities and the, you know, I guess it's the opportunities, but the relationships formed from this group. And, you know, it's been an amazing year. And I can't thank everybody enough. I love listening to the recordings when I'm able to. And so my heart and my spirit is always with the group. Just always haven't been in attendance, but just want to wish everybody a safe and happy holidays.
Oh, that's very kind. We miss you, Carl. We know you're always there, but we miss seeing you. So whenever you can, dial in. It will be lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. You've got such cheerful, positive energy to give everybody. Really appreciate that. Another joke for you then, Carl. What did Adam say the day before Christmas? It's Christmas Eve. And then how can you tell that Santa is real? You can always sense his presence. Now that's one for Stuart, but they're getting worse, aren't they, Carl? They're getting worse. I think I've run out.
Who is never hungry at Christmas?
Oh, don't know.
The turkey. He's always stuffed.
Oh, John's not going to believe it when he sees this recording. He'll think we've lost it. But and Christmas message from all of us to John. Thank you, John, for everything you do for the group. I know you're moving today and boxing things up. You're probably in a trailer right now somewhere. So I hope it's going well. We miss you and we look forward to seeing you hopefully before the new year on the next broadcast. I hope the move to Florida has gone as planned and you're in your exciting new location very soon. So happy Christmas, John. Any more thoughts from anybody before we dial out for our Christmas Eve?
I have a question. Here in Denver, the temperature yesterday was 64 degrees, which meant we were walking around in shorts and short sleeves. The ground is dry. There's very little snow in the mountains. You can see the mountain range. Does anyone have snow? I was hoping for a white Christmas and we have nothing. No, Adrian, you don't have to raise your hand. You don't have any snow, but anybody, Ace Man doesn't have snow. Anybody know anywhere?
We had a very little bit of snow during the night, but it's all gone now.
Well, maybe we'll have a white blizzardy kind of January. Who knows?
Yeah, we're not supposed to have any in the UK till Tuesday, and then we're supposed to get some snow. So
Well,
I'll take some pictures if we do.
Carl, you got snow?
Got lots of snow, and it's about -20 Celsius right now, so.
What does that convert? What is -20 Celsius?
I don't know. It's below 0
Seriously
Fahrenheit.
cold. Yeah,
Minus, that's all we need to know. Jeez.
that's very,
There's
very,
supposed
very
to be a
cold.
big snowstorm coming. The Sierra Madres might get 10 feet of snow this weekend. So Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, Montana's supposed to get some snow.
Yeah, but probably in the mountains. I don't see any forecasted for area.
Well, I tell you, Virginia, at -20, the diesel starts freezing in your car. So that's how cold that is. Yeah,
No
I've
doubt.
actually had that happen to me. My car froze up. You can't start the car, it won't run.
Oh,
At
no,
-20, you're getting to the limit. Yeah.
you're not going anywhere. The weather outside is frightful. Fire so delightful. Since we have no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Well, another, yeah, another day in paradise here. It's about 80 odd with a lovely cool breeze. So I have to tell you that. But yeah, I shall be out there probably on the beach on Christmas Day, I hope.
No,
Try and break up,
I just
dig a few
looked up,
sandcastles.
it's that -20 is -4 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Yep,
-4 Fahrenheit. That's serious. That's very serious. Well, I don't know if we have any more thoughts, but if not, we will let everybody go to enjoy their Christmas Eve celebrations. Hope you have a lovely Christmas Day as well. It's so lovely that you dialed in. Really appreciate that. See all your smiling faces and share all that love in the group. Always thinking about you, always, and appreciate everything you all do. So thank you from me. It's made the year a really great one again. It really, really has. And looking forward to seeing you all on the next call. As I said, I think on Monday, normal service, probably John. I'm not sure if he's covering it. He should be moved by then. So he might have a temporary studio set up if we're lucky. And we'll see what he has to say about his packing process. So happy Christmas, everybody. Probably leave it there and end it there for today. Thank you for dialing in and celebrate well. Happy Christmas. And prosperous 2022 guaranteed for everybody. We're well on the road. So looking forward to seeing all those journeys.
Yeah.
Goodbye for now.
Thanks,
Bye, everybody.
Merry Christmas,
Take care of
everybody.
yourselves.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.